Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm in a group together with Imogen, Bronte, and Bridget. And our project is called Hope One. So, having been given the concept of life on Mars, we went in a direction of kind of apocalypse dystopia. So, just to give a brief overview, our entire project is about a little robot that wakes up from a long slumber, is trying to figure out what has happened to the humanity or to like any kind of life, and then by the end it discovers, you can see over here, a decaying city with no life present at all. So our emotions that we've gone for is very much to do with isolation and complete and utter despair, which is depressing, but if you watch the walkthrough already, which I hope you have, you hopefully will get that impression. So I'm going to start off by just showing our little, if I can find it, our player character, which in an ideal world this would be perfectly ready for VR, but unfortunately my computer could not run a VR headset and we struggled to get access to one, so we just had to deal with the mouse navigating around the screen, which I've implemented, and also the escape button for when we actually play it. So this all here is the camera track and sequencer, so you can see all of this here. This is where the camera goes. So to start off, just because our HUD overlays had to be transparent, I've done a little bit of cheating, and I've put a black box around the camera to show a black screen, and it's worked out quite well. I've also had to turn off some of the fog particles so it wasn't interfering with the box. So let's just go on the journey with our camera here. So first off, we go through all of this, and you can see it in the little HUD there, these windy, dusty tunnels, I guess. There's a little spaceman helmet. And until it's kind of finally revealed in this big open wide landscape, this huge crater. And I think this is the first impression where you really think it's Mars, because you're in space with the sky and everything. Oh, this was our old, I forgot to get rid of it, our old VR camera, which was set up for head tracking, but unfortunately we could not use it. Oh no. So the player is just kind of revealed here and sees everything. And then we go over to our construction site here. Yeah, and here's just showing off some of the assets I've made. Half of this is from the Epic Games store, but the other half is I've actually made myself, along with Bridget helping make the logo and such. So I'll just get a little show off to some of the assets I've made. So this is just a shipping container with the logo stamped onto it. You'll see some more of this in the document, but it's kind of cool to see it, within the environment. Yeah, that's some of the already pre-made assets. Could only make so many. Some of my little crates. Again, stamped on. It's fairly basic, but it's got some textures and effects on it. Done again, I would have probably aged some of the assets a lot more. So after we look at the base, we will go into the cave. And now I've done this cave, I've actually cheated a bit because I didn't know how to cut the camera properly. It pretty much goes under the map into a cave complex that I've made. So you can see it all here. That I've used the white blocks and the black blocks to show a transition, like into looking outside and looking inside. It was the quickest way to do it. It's our torch. Okay, so we go up through the cave, and then we teleport out to the surface again, into the crater. Okay, so I've just placed a few assets around there. And as you can see, the tracking path, we go all the way up the ramp to the big final reveal. So let me just put it all the way up there. Where there's a couple of chairs, space helmets, showing that life had existed here, but no longer. These are also assets I made myself. This city here was all thanks to Imogen's design and Bronte's execution here, and it looks quite magnificent. So once that final reveal occurs, then the planet with no life detected, which was originally Earth, but people like calling it the Death Planet, so the Death Planet emerges, and just to show that final, just true feeling of being completely alone. So then after this final reveal happens, the robot shuts down, and then you get a black screen again. I just wanted to take a look at the environment for a second. So we originally sketched out the environment in this kind of setting. It was a lot smaller to begin with. I underestimated how much you have to scale things up to give this effect of just largeness, I suppose. So this in real time is actually like, I believe, is a few kilometers long. I think this is 2 kilometers, and this is just huge. I'd originally made my own height map to get the original look, and then I used a lot of sculpting tools, like any of these, just to create that effect. And the textures came from a node layer. So you can see the different layers here. I had to put my own colours on them so it would look more like Mars. And I used all these to decorate this landscape and this small one here. So just back into the main viewer. Let's have a closer look. Whoops. Yeah, so these are our particle effects. Get that sandy look. So just taking a look at our whole environment here. So we have the skybox full of stars. That's where the sun would usually go. There's our death planet. You can see how the skybox is literally just a 2D image with moving cloud animations. So with the city here, it's actually 2D. It's a 2D image, and it works well, especially with faraway objects having 2D, so you can really capture that sense of depth and size. So I think that worked out very nicely, and it is a huge compared to this little landscape that we have here. Just showing you in the content browser where the audio, so I had to import the audio as a WAV file. Can play that at any time. And if I just go into videos here, so this is the setup for the HUD. So I'd have to attach it to the game mode. I set it up as a widget, and I had to turn it into a material to then play it. It's okay. So that about covers it for our Unreal project. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough, and I also hope you enjoyed our project. Thank you.